फरीदो भाई अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम खैरियत से भाई।
बस ठीक है, आप कैसे हो यार?
जी बस दुआएं।
Good to see you. And let me tell you first, it's an honor to have you. You are so busy, I know, does a lot of things, but it's a really, really honor for me to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you भाई. Same here.
Yeah, Farid bhai, I was very surprised, because I got a couple of messages yesterday, where, I know him, I know he's a good interviewer, I see his, videos all the time. So you are not stranger in Calgary.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, one of my good friend, Ishita, she's a big fan of yours, but not mine anymore. I think, I don't like that part.
Okay. Thank you, Ishita.
Okay, yeah, Farid bhai, first of all, you are on the other side of the mic today, which is different for you. Normally you interview people, but now you're on the hot seat now. So, tell us about yourself a little bit before we go on.
Okay, so I'm from this place called Aligarh, which is in Uttar Pradesh in India, and my parents were teachers over there, and so since the beginning, I was keen on writing and journalism, and then I did a course from Times of India in Delhi. And after that, I started working in various magazines and newspapers. And now, for the last 13 years, I'm working in Bollywood Hungama, and I have a show called Talking Films. I interview celebrities.
Right. So, did you have any idea? Did you want it to go towards Bollywood, or it was just kind of coincident? What happened? How did you join to get interviews with the Bollywood?
Yeah, I was always very interested in movies, and that it always fascinated me, and I liked watching and writing about movies since the beginning. And so initially I was in Delhi. I was working in this magazine called Sun Magazine. Then I worked in this newspaper called Age, and then I came to Bombay after that way. So it just happened. So I'm basically a trained print journalist, but now I'm known because of my video interviews. So it just happened.
Wow. So, if I take you back 7 years ago when you started in Bollywood Hungama, and now, so what do you see the difference? How did you adjust yourself with all this social media? It's everywhere now.
Yeah. So, see, I think I think it best is that take each day as it comes, and each thing that the way it happens. So I've always tried to give it my best, whatever I do. So that's how I've been doing it. So the first interview that I did for Bollywood Hungama when I joined was with this actress called Jia Khan.
Jia Khan, okay, yeah.
Who passed away, was there in Nishabd, opposite Mr. Bachchan, Rampal Verma's film. So she was the first one whom I interviewed. Then I interviewed Katrina Kaif for Namaste London. Unki tabhi release hui thi Namaste London aane wali thi. And the first interview where I was also part of the frame, that I was also seen in the frame, was with Madhuri Dixit.
Mm-hmm.
So then kept on just learning on the job and still learning.
Well, no, of course, yeah, because because you learn something new every day. So we won't be we won't be complete ever anyway. So do you when you were doing your first interview, तो वो जो है दिल में क्या चल रहा था, वो अपना nervousness थी, क्या था? Do you remember?
So okay, Moglias on my play. Someone is asking about Moglias on the play. Yeah. So if you ask me, the first interview where I was also there was with Madhuri Dixit. So I can talk about that. So
yes, please.
Madhuri Dixit, she still had not rejoined movies. So I still remember it was Nehru Art Gallery in Worli, and she was there to inaugurate a painting exhibition. And so once the painting exhibition, once she just had a look around in the painting exhibition, so I had to interview her. So obviously it was a nervous experience, and she's such a big star, and we've grown up watching on our movies. So it was a nervous experience, obviously, but it just happened.
Yeah.
It just happened, and so kept on.
So because I've seen you singing too. Are you a singer as well, or you used to sing?
So the singing is a hobby. I enjoy singing. So singing is a hobby.
Okay. Do you play any musical instrument?
No, I don't.
No,
I've learned classical music. I've learned Indian classical music, but I don't know how to play any instrument.
Yeah.
So basically, like playing and vocals.
Yeah. So of course, when you're interviewing, all these like celebrities, and it's not that easy the way it looks. It's not that easy because you have, I think you have to be on your toes all the time. You don't want to ask any question, the one which makes them unhappy. So any incident happen, ऐसा कुछ हुआ था?
See, obviously there have to be several incidents when things may not be as we planned. So there have been incidents. There have been incidents when things have not gone as per the plan, and people have not maybe liked certain things. Because see, if you're an anchor, so you cannot play too safe all the time.
That's right.
So you have to take your chances. You have to be honest. You have to be honest. You should not intrude into anyone's privacy, and you should not try to hurt anyone's sentiments. You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. But at the same time, you should ask questions that need to be asked and that people have in their mind. So I've always tried to believe in that. I don't want to hurt anyone, but
yeah.
But I do tend to ask maybe slightly uncomfortable questions at times as well.
Yeah. So nowadays, because of the lockdown, so where are you right now, and what's the situation?
So I'm at my home right now, and this is what I've been doing. Like say you are doing an Instagram live with me, and this is what I'm doing with celebrities in Mumbai. And I'm just doing interviews with them on Instagram, and later we are posting on a YouTube channel, Facebook channel, ICTV. And, so that's what we are doing. So this is my studio, right? For quarantine time, this is my studio. Yeah, this is my library.
Yeah.
So this is my studio.
Nice. So because before the lockdown, like Suryavanshi was gonna come, the biggest movie for this year so far. And it got delayed now because of the coronavirus. So what's the Bollywood is how's the Bollywood is dealing in general with the coronavirus?
See, obviously it is it's a big setback. In terms of if you look at the business part of it, it's a big setback.
Yeah.
So not merely Suryavanshi, but say 10th April was the day when 83 was supposed to release. That is Ranveer Singh's movie, Kabir Khan.
Right.
Kabir Khan directorial revenge. Huge film, big film as well. So now that has. So what happened is that a lot of big films have been pushed. There are certain films that have released on OTT platforms only. Like so I spoke to Paresh Rawal and his son Aditya Rawal the other day. And so Aditya Rawal's debut film, it was called Bumfar. And it was supposed to have a theatrical release, but now it has released on an OTT platform. Yeah. And Angrezi medium that released in March, and almost the next day the entire lockdown situation, not lockdown, but theaters, they were asked to close down. And it merely had a run of, say, a day or two. Even Baghi 3 did not get its entire the box office because of the theaters closing down. So the way the situation as of now is, we don't know when the theaters are going to start, because the first priority once this lockdown gets over will be to get the essential commodities and essential aspects of life back on track. And cinema comes under luxury. So that is not going to be the immediate priority of people in the first place. And so I spoke to one gentleman who's working in a cinema hall, in a chain of cinema halls in Mumbai.
Yeah.
And but we don't know when it's going to start. We are incurring heavy losses. What we are thinking of maybe as of now is that we can have like alternate seating plan. Like one someone seat number 1, then on seat number 3, then 5, 7, like that. And in the front row, it can be someone who's sitting in the seat number 2, so that there's no one immediately after. But still, for people to have confidence of coming to the theaters, it's going to take a while. And then they're also having this plan of ensuring that no two films they're having an interval at the same time, so that once movie is having an interval, so only the patrons of that particular movie is coming. They're coming out and they're just coming to the refreshments counter, because refreshments they account for almost 25 to 30% of the business that the cinema halls tend to do. Everyone is incurring heavy losses right now. We don't know. So it's being said that Suryavanshi and 83, they will have a theatrical release for sure. When it's going to happen, we don't know. Radhe was supposed to release on Eid in May, so we don't know when it's going to happen. Kuli number 1, that was Sara Ali Khan and Varun Dhawan's film, that was supposed to release on 1st May. So we don't know what is the status in that. So it's like everything is,
it's on hold basically. Yeah. So, I don't want to put you on spot, but, when we had Pakistani artists were working in Bollywood, so how was that experience in general?
So, I had interviewed Ali Zafar when he was working in this movie called, I think, Kill Dil with Pariniti Chopra and Ranveer Singh. Ali Zafar, I've interviewed Ali Zafar several times. I've interviewed Fawad Khan, I've interviewed Mahira Khan, I've interviewed Fawad Khan. Yeah, I just mentioned Fawad Khan. Sabah Khamar, I've spoken to her, and Mavra Hussain. I've done an interview. I've done an interview with Javed Sheikh Saab. I was on a cruise in Europe, so I've done an interview with him. So personally, I've done several interviews with quite a few artists. I've interviewed Atif Aslam and Rahat Fateh Khan Saab. I've done a telephonic interview with him. I've done several interviews, and but you know how the situation is currently.
Yeah. So I think when Salman Khan tour was coming to North America, and you were part of that group. So I was just reading this morning. I think the new dates will announce. Depends on the coronavirus situation. So then, how do you feel when you're traveling with these Bollywood celebrities? How do you feel? How do you manage yourself?
So see, the first tour that I went for was a Dream Team tour in 2016, when Varun, Katrina, Alia Bhatt, Parneeti, and Siddharth Malhotra, they went for a 6-city tour in US. So that was the first time when I went with them. So I've been covering IFA and all that for many years now, but like a proper tour is something that was in 2016. So that was a great experience, and so for the first time I covered the entire thing on a mobile phone.
Okay.
So I was capturing videos and pictures on a mobile phone, and we were posting on our social media platforms. That got a good response, and then Salman Khan's entire Dabang tour I've covered in Hong Kong and Australia and UK and US, Canada, and so at all the places. So that was, I think, a great experience because it's a lot of stress because say the US Canada thing was 9 cities, and you're traveling from one city to the other in the same night, so you're not getting proper sleep, and it's very stressful. And but I've really enjoyed the process. I really had a lot of fun, and doing interviews with the likes of Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif on mobile phone. That is, I think. That is something that the way we are doing this interview on on a mobile phone in a way right now. So this is, I feel, is going to be a future in a big way. So
I know.
Yeah.
So Faridoon bhai, I just want to put you on spot for some rapid fire round or rapid fire question for you.
Sure.
Okay, but you have to answer right away with lots of fire. Are you ready?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, do you prefer iPhone or Samsung?
I'm having a OnePlus 7.
Which one?
OnePlus 7.
It's a OnePlus 7. Okay. Okay, so do you know who was your best interview in your opinion? Who was the best one? Male.
It's very difficult to say because I've done thousands of interviews, so it's very difficult to say.
The one you can remember right away.
There have been many actually. To be honest, there have been many interviews which have been really, really good. Yeah. But so it's very difficult to say. But many actually. There have been a lot of them. Yeah.
So is there any interview, the one you watched after, then you thought, I would have done better than what I did? कोई ऐसा याद आता है?
I think every interview you can say that.
Wow. You know what? This is a great answer because you're never perfect. You always learn.
I always tell it to a lot of people. So, Mr. Bachchan, I think he's a great inspiration to many people. So, there was this press meet that he had with media for his movie. It was called Team, and it was like an informal chat. There were no video cameras, anything. Just media was there, and he was just interacting with Vishal Dadlani and Sujoy Ghosh. So one journalist asked him that which has been your most satisfying work till date. So he said that none of them. So the journalist said that you tend to be very humble, and how can you say that Amitabh Bachchan doesn't have a work which is satisfying? So he said that the moment you get satisfied as a creative person, that is the death of you as a creative person. So you should never get satisfied.
Never. Okay, you have to pick one. Okay, Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan? Who's your favorite?
Shah Rukh Khan is someone who's, I think, extremely charismatic. Salman Khan is extremely spontaneous, so very difficult to choose.
आपका ये पॉलिटिकल आंसर मुझे अच्छा लगा. Okay, Akshay Kumar or Ajay Devgan?
So Akshay Kumar, he's extremely gregarious and very, very charming. Now Ajay Devgan, on the other hand, he speaks very few words. So आपका सवाल आपका खत्म नहीं होता है and उनका आंसर खत्म हो जाता है. He can be extremely funny in his own way and very entertaining. Yeah. So I think all of them they have different charms, and I've been extremely lucky that I've been doing interviews with them for all their movies in the last 8 or 10 years, and they've not been talking to almost everyone.
Mm-hmm. So recently Akshay Kumar, I think he is getting bigger and bigger, don't you think?
Yeah, of course. I think in the last, few years at least, he has emerged as, I think, not only as a huge box office draw, but at the same time, his choices of scripts, I think they have been fabulous. Yeah. They have been socially relevant and they're making a difference. So he's earning critical acclaim at the same time. A huge box office. 2019 I think he has. It has been the best year of his career. 200 crore films, and it has been outstanding.
Yeah, and what about Alia Bhatt and Nishoda Kapoor?
What about Alia Bhatt and
Shraddha Kapoor.
Alia Bhatt and Shraddha Kapoor. Now, see, Alia Bhatt is someone who has had a massive graph in terms of the growth that she's had, and she has managed to do so many critically acclaimed films, and at the same time, films which have been huge successes at the box office as well. And she can be extremely entertaining. I think there have been so many interviews of hers where the way she laughs, I think it's truly amazing. Now, Shraddha at the other end, I think she's a wonderful singer as well, and she is someone who works very hard on whatever she does, be it the dancing or be it the acting. And once again, an extremely simple person. She's an extremely simple person. So both of them, I think they have amazing class in them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure there are lots of fans for Sarah Khan. Tell us about her, about her a little bit.
So I think Sara Ali Khan, I think she is she's the dynamite of a talent. I always feel that the fact that she is so well educated, that has added a lot of gravitas and value to her as an artist, because the first interview that I did with her, she knows so much about the world wars, and she knows the entire history in a wonderful manner, and she has a perspective. She speaks very, very well. Her vocabulary is outstanding. She can be extremely gregarious, and at the same time, she can be very, very massy as well. In terms of as an actress, she can be very massy. She's outstanding. I think it's an absolute delight. In the future, I think she's going to be a huge star that we're going to see.
Mm-hmm. And everyone loves Kapil Sharma. I am a big fan of him, and before my radio shows, I watch his 2 or 3 shows just to be get in the mood. What I'm gonna ask, when I'm interviewing. So tell us about Kapil Sharma. He is, my God, he's up there for me.
Yeah, I think he's had a phenomenal journey from where he started off as an artist who brings love to people, and this massive show that he's had possibly, and I think he's had a tremendous journey. And very, very popular figure in this world.
And one of my favorite is Rani Mukherjee.
Right.
I just have a love with her for whatever reason. I'm a big fan of her. तो ये थोड़ा रानी के बारे में शेयर करो. I know her last movie came Mardani 2. And then what's the next for her now?
So Rani Mukherjee will be part of Bunty or Bubbly Part 2. So she's
Bubbly Part 2. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So Saif Ali Khan is going to be there along with her in that. So Rani Mukherjee is a perfectionist. You can call her as a female version of Amir Khan in terms of perfection. She's extremely, extremely hardworking and committed. Very, very passionate for as far as her craft is concerned. She's been having some really interesting projects in the last few years. They've been working at a box office as well, and so in a way she's becoming a brand in her own way. In the present context, she was a huge star, say 10 years back, 15 years back.
That's right.
Some big hits. But I think it is all about staying relevant. The way Mr. Bachchan reinvented himself, and he continues to stay relevant. Same with someone like Rani Mukherjee. She's having several films which are doing well, and extremely, extremely talented actor, gifted actor.
Yeah, that's it. So what's your next project now? Who are you interviewing next? Who's on the agenda right now?
So I'm having this Instagram live chat with Kriti Sanand Sunday. Sunday has already started, so it's going to be at 4 o'clock on Bollywood Hungama. So that is next week. There are a lot of chats which are lined up. So it should be fun. It should be fun.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. So so how can we follow you? About your Instagram, Facebook? If you can just give us a little bit.
So my Instagram is @Faridoon @Faridoon. On Twitter, I'm at @Faridoon as well. I'm there on Facebook. Facebook Faridoon Shahryar. That you are there as well. So those are the ways.
And when are you coming to Calgary?
Am I coming to Calgary?
Yeah, when are you coming to? Love to have you.
So let's see. First of all, this entire situation has to improve.
That's right. Yeah.
And inshallah, God willing, we'll love to come to Calgary. I love actually traveling. Traveling is a passion for me.
Okay.
And I really, really enjoy traveling. So, and as you told me that Calgary is beautiful, so I would love to come there someday.
Yes, we have lots of mountains here, lots of beauty, natural beauty here we have.
No, I would love to come.
And last question before I let you go, we had Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol Jodi, kind of ideal Jodi we have. So who do you see the next Jodi in Bollywood?
So, one Jodi that I feel can be very, very promising is that of Kartik Aaryan and Sara Ali Khan.
Is that right?
Yes. So even though their movie Love Aajkal has not really worked well at the box office, but I think they are extremely, extremely popular. They look very good together.
Yeah.
I tend to get so many requests for their interviews in this lockdown period. It's like
yes, I can see that.
Even the post that I did for your show, if you notice, there are so many requests for Sara and Kartik. I think Sara and Kartik they are very interesting. Then Alia and Ranbir, they're coming in Brahmastra. I think that they can be a dynamite together. They should be. Then obviously Ranbir and Deepika, I think they look very good together. I think Sara and Varun should make for a very interesting pair. They're coming in so that should be very interesting. So yes, several I think interesting Jodis can be around. Even Ranbir, Alia were very good in Gully Boy. So there's all of them. There are several artists. There are several Jodis that can be.
Yeah.
Something.
Thank you so much, Faridoon bhai. All the best to you. Be
Thank
safe,
you very much.
You and your family, and we'll be in touch. We'll join again, inshallah. Love to have you again.
Sure, definitely. Anytime. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So guys, ये थे हमारे फरीदो भाई from all the way from India.